Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too long didn't read guide for Desolate Host on Normal and Heroic. In this fight, there's two realms, the Corporeal, which I'll be referring to as upstairs, and the Spirit realm, which I'll be referring to as downstairs. To switch between these realms, just click the spiritual fonts on the edges of the room. You'll be able to see everyone in the opposite realm as you, but as ghostly figures. If no one is in one of these realms, the raid will take damage that increases per hit, and on Heroic, standing within 8 yards of someone or an ad in the opposite realm will periodically do damage to you. You want to split up your raid and keep upstairs on one side and downstairs on the other, leaving the middle open. People on the outside will fight the Engine of Souls boss and two ads, Templars and Bone Wardens. The engine will channel tormented cries for a minute, marking random people with this debuff as this happens. After a couple seconds, the marked person will drop a line of purple. Ideally, these should be dropped behind or to the side of the boss. There's an invisible wall behind the boss, so you can't fall off. On Heroic, a random person will get Spear of Anguish indicated by this purple swirl around them. After 5 seconds, they take damage and get knocked into the Spirit realm with a healing absorption on them. Do not run through the upstairs people when you get ported down there. The absorption needs to be healed through so this person can use a font to go back upstairs. Do not stand in these void zones. These can also be seen downstairs. Templars will do a slam that sends out green discs you avoid. These discs can also be seen downstairs. The Bone Warden will just hit someone with an ability that then bounces up to 3 times to the nearest players, doing more damage per hit. On Heroic, both these ads will get a 95% damage reduction upon reaching 50% health. You can break this by using the Priestess downstairs, which I'll talk about shortly. Downstairs, you'll fight the Soul Queen boss and 2 ads, Priestesses and Soul Residues. The Soul Queen will do a lot of damage to random people. She'll soulbind one person from each realm who will deal damage within 10 yards until they get within 5 yards of each other. We designated the back middle portion of the room as the hookup spot for these players. She also has a minute-long channel called Wailing Souls that deals damage to everyone downstairs. When this happens, everyone except the tank and a couple healers need to leave the Spirit realm until it's over. On Heroic, she puts a 60-second dot called Wither on random people. This also makes you take more damage from Wailing Souls. Soul Residues will leave a pool on the ground as they move. When they die, they hit and knock back everyone within 5 yards. Priestesses will put Spirit Chains on random people, which makes them unable to use fonts for 30 seconds. This cast can be interrupted or the debuff can be dispelled. Shattering Scream is an interruptible channeled ability that hits a targeted player and reduces their movement speed. On Heroic, if you're targeted with this and the upstairs ads have their damage absorption buff on them, you need to stand within 8 yards of them to remove their buff. For this, we tank the upstairs ads in the middle up by the engine when they had their absorb on. The person targeted with the scream would walk up near them to remove it and then walk away. The engine and Soul Queen share health, and upon reaching 30%, the Desolate Host will spawn. This is when you want to pop all your offensive cooldowns. Focus down the engine and Soul Queen before switching to the Desolate Host. Also, keep in mind that lusting or heroisming on the outside does not affect the people on the inside and vice versa. The host does a periodic raid-wide AoE. This damage increases per hit. When you see a circle under him, stand in it. When you see a purple swirly under him, do not stand in it. People downstairs will see a swirly when upstairs has a circle and vice versa, so the entire raid is never stacking up at the same time. Defensives can be used if you're a healer or tank downstairs during Wailing Souls, and for the host's raid-wide AoE. That was a too long didn't read guide for the Desolate Host on Normal and Heroic. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a marvelous day.